Hi, Joel.
Hi.
How are you?
Awesome. How are you?
I'm good. I have a few questions for you from Social Gems, but first, I would love you to introduce yourself and tell us who you are, what you do, and how you want people to know you.
My name is Joel Okalany, and I'm a fashion designer, entrepreneur. I like to describe myself that way. I'm a founder of Joel Trends, a unique fashion store established in Uganda to transform the way people experience Afrocentric fashion. And on top of that, I'm also the founder of a Chikumba Fusion, a dynamic platform
Pew, pew,
for Ugandan
pew.
designers, models, content creators, and all these industry stakeholders within the fashion ecosystem.
Oh, that's great, Joel. Thank you so much for introducing yourself. Um, what's a common misconception about influencers?
The common misconception about influencers, first of all, we need to understand what influencing is all about. What are you influencing? Who
Yeah.
are the target market? And the misconceptions basically is generally on the target market and the value that they are offering to the target market. For
Yeah.
instance, if you are trying to influence about fashion and you go to someone who does fine art, because or you go to someone who is into music or
Yeah.
someone who influences for say tech
Technology.
companies,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
then because we have seen we have very few influencers who are
Oops.
categorical to industries, so they usually get them to influence all these diverse
Campaigns that they're not
yeah, campaigns that are
familiar
available,
with.
and
Yeah.
you find that you don't really get the value that you are looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
No.
for me, I see that as the biggest misconception about, influencing.
Influencers.
The fact that someone has numbers doesn't necessarily mean that you will gain the value that you want from their numbers, because
Yeah.
markets are niched down, and they are categorical.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. What's been your highest and lowest payment for a campaign?
For a campaign, well, payment is in different form.
Yeah.
Payment
Yeah.
can
Sure.
be money. Payment can be an
The
exchange.
product.
Yes, an exchange of a product. It can
Yeah.
be an exchange of a service.
Yeah.
But if you could be more specific in what terms of in terms of
Or
value,
let's say payment, like money. What's
uh,
that campaign that you've done and that they've underpaid you according to how much your worth is?
that they have underpaid me. I've even gone for campaigns where I've not been paid. I've been promised hot air after
This is
doing,
Uganda,
yes,
my G.
after performing the duty. So
Yeah.
for the highest, maybe I'll say about 2.8
Oh, okay.
Ugandan
Great.
shillings. Yeah.
Ah, and if it's a Ugandan brand, then that's big pay. They're like 2.8.
Yeah,
Nigga.
yeah.
Yeah, so how did you land your first gig and what was it?
It was a collaboration between my products, which I manufacture with Joel Trends, and it was with Jumia, and they were trying to, get fashion brands onto their e-commerce platform, and
Yeah.
they felt like by partnering with me, I'll produce. They would help give me the support
Yeah,
on the
of
production process, as well as
the
running,
platform.
yes, as well as the platform, the Jumia platform,
Yeah.
and we were supposed to, run campaigns to bring in as many designers as possible.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So
Oh, great. Shout out to Jumia. Yeah, so if you could work with any brand, which one would it be here in Uganda? Or one in Uganda and like one international?
one international brand. Well, in Uganda, we still our industry is still very very small, I
Yeah,
guess,
yeah.
and to get value is really really hard, especially on the in the online market. But which can give me maximum reach, I think, will be MTN because MTN are into the field of, you know, supporting creatives,
Yeah.
especially those who are into fashion and design.
Yeah.
These other interdisciplinary fields like film,
Yeah.
skill, music, and so on. So I would say really MTN can really give me the mileage if I was
Yeah.
to work with them.
Yeah.
Working with international brands, well, I like the idea of Nike, where it is about being intentional with whatever product you're taking out to the market. Yes, it doesn't just have to be about fashion. It has to be
Yeah.
for a cause. So
Yeah.
I like the concept of Nike, yes, and Louis Vuitton. Yeah, because Louis Vuitton is a conglomerate that amalgamates all these, for instance, fashion, music,
Yeah.
movies, and then you have also like the beverage company, beverage, alcohol,
Yeah.
like the LMVHM.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would like to, you know, learn from their concept on how they have built their industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you could see it's in usually collaboration is key
Yeah.
because you'll have Christian Dior under Louis Vuitton, you have Balenciaga under Louis Vuitton, and all Fendi, and all these are dynamic brands.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and you see the way by working
And
together.
do you see yourself building Louis Vuitton, Fendi here in Uganda?
Absolutely, absolutely. We have begun our journey.
Yeah.
Echkumba Fusion was based on that concept and insight.
Oh,
And
that was a great show, first of all. If any of you missed Echkumba Fusion, you missed the biggest show in Kampala. It was the first, but it was great.
So we
I saw
believe,
Vision.
you know, by by executing and, you know, learning, it's a learning curve always. Bring all these designers, bring all these models, content creators, these creatives together into one space for knowledge
And
exchange.
this is why I chose you, because of Echkumba Fusion. Like, you're working with all these models and designers and production managers, and yeah, so I feel like you have a bigger insight on what influencing is and all that. So which fellow influencer inspires you the most here in Uganda?
In Uganda, well, that is a very, very, very tough one.
Right?
Because I would like someone who influences within my market niche.
Yeah.
And I've not yet seen that kind of person yet.
Yeah.
And we have decided to take that prerogative and do it ourselves by being the best.
Yeah.
By being the
So
best.
you're the baddest.
I believe, yes,
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. So in your view, what really defines an influencer?
What really defines an influencer is one, what is the value proposition that you influencing about? Yeah, because me, I like to use analogies within my industry.
Yeah.
I am a fashion entrepreneur. You'll not find me influencing mainly about music, and I have forgotten about the fashion industry.
Bit of it, yeah.
Yes, which is a priority.
Yeah.
So I believe, please look up, let's see.
In your view, what truly defines an influencer?
Okay. So if I'm in the fashion industry, I need to be influencing in very many different ways. One, is it giving people knowledge on how you can grow your business? Is it about building a team?
Yeah.
Yes. So may I look at the value proposition that you are putting out there.
What do you think of trust and credibility when you're in influencing? Like, as an influencer, how would you build trust and credibility for a campaign?
Okay, by being true to yourself, being true to your values.
Yeah.
Yes, what you promise is what you give. In fact, you're supposed to give beyond and above. Yes, of what you have promised, because that is how you're going to build customer loyalty.
Yeah.
That is how you're going to acquire more customers. Yes, you're going to build a solid industry, and it is trust is the backbone of every business. Because people buy because of what you have promised them.
Yeah.
So if you are unable, if your product or service does not deliver according to the promise, then will not trust you more the next time.
Yeah, true,
Yeah.
true, true. Thank you. What are some milestones you've achieved through influencing?
Okay. Impact, yeah, because
Yeah.
all my platforms so far we have over 70 designers. I have over 260 models.
Great.
Yeah, we have about 20 content creators. We have been able to do a training into fashion and design. We had a 3 months masterclass in partnership with Motive, where we impacted about 30 upcoming backpack makers.
Yeah.
So for us, it is we measure our successes based on the impact that we have, because then we know these guys are going to have access to skill.
Yeah.
They're going to have, because we do not just give skill, we give
Yeah.
business acumen.
Yeah.
So you know how to run a business. We offer networking opportunities with the Hkumba Fusion, with the activations that we have done.
Yeah.
Collaboration is very key in the industry.
Collaboration.
So those are, for us, that is how we measure our success stories.
Great.
It's about impact. How
Yeah.
many have got jobs we know
Yeah.
within our line?
How many are using your skill to actually
Yes.
get money?
How
and
many are,
do-
you know, I received
Yeah.
so many messages of guys saying, thank you for told me to follow this,
Yeah.
for the decisions that you made me take. And for me, I believe now that is the real essence of why we should
of influencing,
yes, of
impact.
influences.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
about
great.
impact.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
So, what are some of the challenges you have faced as an influencer?
Ooh, the biggest challenge is mindset.
Oh my God.
That is the biggest. Mindset is everything.
Yeah.
And in Uganda, because of
Yeah.
information asymmetry, the confirmation anchoring biases, our education system isn't doing that well.
Yeah.
So we find ourselves.
People are negative.
Yes, people are not trained to fail,
Yeah.
to try again.
Yeah.
So it's about really mindset. When working with people, then for instance, if you're influencing, the person you're trying to influence will even ask you, what am I benefiting now?
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
seeing what is in for them now than what.
They're not optimistic about the future.
Yeah, so for me, the biggest is really mindset change. And if we could really fine tune our mindset,
Joel,
the best is learning and unlearning.
That's a great point. Yeah. Any more challenges besides mindset that you have faced?
The work ethic, yes, the work ethic of very many Ugandans is still begging.
Time management is poor.
Yes, it's poor, but that's the harsh reality on ground that you have to deal with it. When it rains, people are not going to show up on time because the excuse is the rain, so they're unable to move back. Well, it is what it is. You just need to find.
You're hitting nails. People came to work late because of rain.
Yes, people they like to register excuses as opposed to results. So it's excuse this, excuse this as opposed to results.
Thank you. That's a great point. So how do you see the state of influencer marketing in Uganda at this moment?
At this moment, it is growing, because one, at least we know many Ugandans are appreciating digital transformation. Very many people are having access to gadgets, internet. So I believe guys are growing, are following, but though many are growing, are following for all the wrong things. So what would you say to brands that are not using influencers to push their campaigns or what they stand for? I think one, it is first of all identifying the industry that you're operating in.
Thank you.
Identifying who is influencing in that industry, who has traction, what are they talking about.
Because do they have knowledge about the product you're trying to...
Do they have knowledge about the industry? Are you willing to work together on a long-term basis as opposed to this short-term basis? Do we benefit from working together? As if you're influencing, definitely if you're influencing for me, I can influence for you because we're having the same target market. We're trying to push an agenda. So those who are not really influencing, it's one, also you need to learn how to do it yourself because you are the vision bearer and you are the one who knows what what is needed to grow your business
And what you're selling.
and what you're selling,
Yeah.
what's growing. So make sure you align your brand
Yeah.
with the right influencers. For instance, if you're into fashion, look for someone who is also into fashion, who understands the industry, who has a following that is tied into the fashion industry.
Yeah.
If you're into music, the same. If you're into art,
Yeah.
because all these are creative sectors,
Yeah, but they're different.
yes, but they all have, you know, different target markets. They all have different. They all have different demographics. Yes, different understanding. Though they are all.
Because even in fashion, you can create casual. I can create office wear. They can create wedding. Yeah.
Then that's one thing you need to factor in. Then also you need to look at, you know, cross collaborations. How do I collaborate with other industries, other brands who are not necessarily in my field? For instance, if you're a fashion designer and you wanted to collaborate with an artist, you could come up with a design. For instance, the artist comes up with the motif, and you say, okay, we're going to brand them on my t-shirts. Then we tag, because we are then targeting, I'm targeting on acquiring those artists, your customers who buy your art, and also you're targeting at acquiring the customers who buy into my apparel. So you look at that cross collaboration. It is very key because it's something that I was reading about with AI on interdisciplinary fields, because I think that is also where the missing middle is. How do we cross collaborate within these other different industries? For instance, I'm into fashion now. I'm going to be collaborating with a tech company to release a product. Yes, that ties into their niche market. And you know, we grow an audience. We grow. We were able to understand their exact needs and wants. So we are able to craft, curate a product that is intended for them specifically.
Interesting. That's a beautiful insight about it. Well, I guess that's it for today. Thank you so much, Joel, for sparing your time to come and answer to our questions, and thanks for being part of the Gems in our social community. We see the work you do. We appreciate it, and everyone out there, he's a fashion designer at Joel Trends. You can check out his page on Instagram,
Joel Trends,
TikTok. Tell them.
Hkumba Fusion, you guys. If you haven't joined the Hkumba Fusion platform, I don't know what you are waiting for, because it is open to all different fashion enthusiasts, designers. More. Are you a creative
and
looking
if you
for
missed the first event, then you missed out. But
join the movement.
Yeah, join the movement. Check out the pages. Stay updated and join us.
Trying to look different and elegant. Joel Trends is the right brand for you.
Ladies
Flaunt your
magnet.
style.
Thank you, Joel. It's been great. Thank you so much.
It's been real.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh.